How long care home group went from 78% to 89% occupancy in priority homes. It's 3 priority homes in 10 months and got 1.2 million in forecasted annual revenue. So who am I? I'm Adam. I'm founder of Springup PR, and we help care homes get more inquiries via PR and digital. So what's the care group? Well, sorry, I don't have permission to give the real name, but I can. This is the name we'll be using: Mills Healthcare Care Group. They have 8 care homes all across England, and the data, ladies and gentlemen, that I will be showing you is 100% real. There is an AI image of a care home. Right, so now, there were 3, and in fact, there still are 3 priority homes for this 8 care home group. And why were they needing more inquiries? Well, in July 2005, one of their homes, we'll call it Mill Hill, that specializes in dementia, was capacity 48, occupancy 42. They were getting 6.75 inquiries per month, and requires improvements for this home. So there were some issues, for sure. It was a nice home. The second home, Park Hall, is dementia. Again, it has a focus on dementia. They really were wanting to specialize in dementia care. Occupancy was 44, capacity of 58, and they had 14 beds empty. So that number is correct. They were getting 1.5 inquiries per month, local authority and private families. And the third home, priority home, was Old Vicarage with a capacity of 55, occupancy 46. This was, remember the numbers I gave, see one was July 2025. This was November 2025, because that's when they actually run this program that we're talking about today. So overall, the occupancy was 78%. So those are the numbers. Now, when we started to help them out, they had a new and tweaked website. No, in fact, it was rather tweaked. It was improved. So they were feeling better about how the impression that their website would have for families. By the way, if you've got any questions, please put them in Q&A as we go, because what that means is I will answer them as we later on. So if you put your questions in Q&A or chat, doesn't matter, I'll pick them up from either. I will answer them as we go. And then you were doing a bit of SEO, not a lot, just a little bit, to get picked up from families looking for care homes in their catchment areas. And we were specifically helping them with the digital marketing program, which I am going to talk about in a bit more detail today. They had no marketing person. So I think some of you are marketing people on this call, which is great, wonderful. But this particular group has no, and continues to have no marketing person. 10 months later, this is May 2026, Mill Hall had gone to 48 to 55. That's where I was getting the numbers wrong. They'd gone from 48 to 55, which is a 608,000 potential revenue gain if you presume that someone at the present occupancy of 55 stays at 55 for 12 months. That would be 608,000. Park Hall 44 to 48, 270,400 potential annual revenue gain. And the Old Vicarage 46 to 55, 338,000 potential annual revenue gain, which, as I said in the beginning of this webinar, the headline, which is 89% occupancy. The total forecast revenue gain for all the 3 homes of 1.2 million. This is remember, they have 8 homes, but 3 of them were lower on inquiries and occupancy they wanted, which is why they were those 3 priority homes. So this is all the data. Now, why did they get these results? Well, this is, as always, as I say to all care home providers that we help, it's we're all in this together, and everyone has to be aligned. Now, for sure, they had nice homes, they had good teams. Everything was in place. Despite the required improvement for one of their homes, they were nice homes. Now, inquiry generation became a priority for them. So this is like, the owners here were involved. Inquiry generation is now a priority for us. So very much kind of full buy-in, particularly from owners and directors. So over the course of these 10 months, you got a 60% uplift in inquiries. I'll come to this a little bit more in a moment. And 35% of all these inquiries came via a digital marketing program, which I will talk about again. And outside of their digital marketing program, inquiry levels were stable. So they hadn't had a drop. It's important here. All these inquiries, where they're all coming from, all are important. So if you have one inquiry stream dropping, then that's going to have effect. Generally, not always, but generally. I want to make a point here. If there is a strategy in place, and this the strategy that I'm talking about today, there you will have a 90% success rate. That's what the data shows us. So there's no guarantee the occupancy will be increasing, but I'm just telling you now the data shows us there is a 90% success rate. After 6 months, your occupancy will be increasing. The Google Ads is an engine here. This is an engine. It's definitely not the be all and end all. It's an engine to drive interest from families who are proactively showing intent for looking for care homes in your catchment areas. Here are just some examples of what these Google ads are. Getting right at the top at Google instantly, once after you've got everything set up. And this, just to give you an idea, if you're not familiar, this is families showing intent by searching on Google. Yes, 95% of families still search on Google. ChatGPT is coming on board, but less so at the moment. These are the numbers as they are right now. Now, I'm not going to go into the weeds here about how to do Google ads. If you'd like to know and go into the weeds, go and check out all these videos on our YouTube channel. I go into the weeds about how to set them all up and how to do them properly. This one here, Ultimate Guide to Google Pay-Per-Click Ads to Get Inquiries for Care Home Providers. That's a great one. They're all great. If you want to go into the weeds, go and check out these videos on our YouTube channel. Now, one more thing that's important to bear in mind here. This is for this particular group, for this particular 3 priority homes for 8 care home group. There's one secret which we had not implemented, which we now know about. And this, I do believe 100% it's going to help this care home provider even more. We're still working with them, still helping them out. And this is inquiry generating website for mobile phone. It's so important. Let me just go into the details here. 75% of website visits from ads, the Google ads we've been talking about, are to mobile phones. Only this, up to 50% of all inquiries via Google ads come via brochure downloads. That's people requesting a brochure, not making an email, not booking a visit, not doing something else. They want a brochure. Yeah, why? Because it's so easy for them. It's non-committal. It still can count it as an inquiry, but and it's easy for them to do without much commitment. And plus, everyone wants to have a brochure so they can have a further look and understanding about your home and maybe show their loved one. So, moreover, 80%, look at this number here, 80% of brochure downloads are coming via mobile phone, which makes you the conclusion you must turn your mobile phone into an inquiry generator, the website on the mobile phone. So I'll just give you an example here. Hallmark, they have. Go and look at their homes on mobile phones. Why am I giving them the example? Because I know that they, for example, have a high inquiry generating website for a big group. But what I want to show you here is inquiries. Show you proof. This is all real data. This is for another single home. All inquiries from April to August 2025 from their website. And this is real live data here. You can see brochure downloads, brochure, contact forms, brochures. Hopefully you can see okay. Live chats. These are all inquiries. All the real data here has been removed, obviously for privacy reasons. Brochure requests. So there is the proof. Real live data for a single care home. Inquiries April to August from their website. So here's an example. This is a mobile phone view. Now right there is the download our brochure option. But I just wanted to draw out some points here. The psychology of the care seeker, someone looking for care. There's elements just in these few words that are, we believe, helping the psychology of the care seeker. I'm not going into the weeds about it too much right now, but there's a very positive image. That first image, we feel, both on your website for desktop and mobile phone needs to be very, very positive. This, we believe, makes a difference. Now, we have data on this that will lead us to this conclusion, but also particularly if you want to be getting inquiries from families who know nothing about you, who do know nothing about you, it's very, very important to make it absolutely crystal clear that if they, in this case, they're searching for a care home in Macclesfield, it's very, very clear that the care home is in Macclesfield. But you can see here the download a brochure option is actually on every single page, but it's very, very, it's the first call to action you're trying to get families to make. An easy call to action. It's not like come and booking a visit. It's not asking to do that. It's an easy call to action, which is download a brochure. And then you get name, email, phone number. You have got an inquiry, particularly if you ask them for a note as to why they want that brochure. Any questions, please, as we go in Q&A? Anyway, that was taking a bit of a diversion here. By 2026, the 3 homes of this 8 care home group, they're talking about this digital marketing program. Here's the numbers. Number of times the ad seen, 47,000. This is 3,400 people going to their website from the ads. They'd spent over 10 months, 15,462 pounds. They'd generated 36 inquiries, 100% attributed inquiries for care, not job seeking inquiries. These are care inquiries that people have given their name, phone number, email, etc. And spend per inquiry of 430, which means that's to get every single inquiry, they're spending 430 to get an inquiry. There's a minimum of 4 confirmed admissions because everything is tracked. This is a minimum 4 confirmed admissions. Just on this minimum, return on ad spend is 26 to 1. Also known as ROAS. How do we know the numbers on this? It's very, very important you know your numbers, return on ad spend. Let me be clear. An average resident for this particular group is worth 101,000 in fees. That's lifetime fees. This is an average. We always work on averages. Everything is all about averages, which means that 101,000 for residents is 404,000 in fees. They spent 15,000 in ads, which means a 26 to 1 return on ad spend. Important things to remember here. This is to get residents you would otherwise not get. This is an advertising program. So the idea is to get, for families who are searching online, to get residents that you would otherwise not get because they don't know you. That's what you're trying to do here with this program. So those are the numbers. Now, what's even better, I believe for this care home group is that they will now, from now on, it's taking a bit of time to get these brochures because they didn't even have brochures. Remember, no marketing person to have the brochure downloads on their website. So we believe this will increase inquiries yet further. We'll find out, but that's what we believe the data will show us. So I just want to check how we're doing with time. We're doing pretty good. Now, another thing I want to mention is definitely 100% get real person live chat on your website. It will get you more inquiries. No AI, no bot. This care home group got 46 inquiries over 10 months for their 3 priority homes by having this real person live chat. There you go. Here's an example of it. Obviously, all data has been removed. Or this is a conversation between the real person and the live chat in real time. It's all here. Obviously, removed all real life data for privacy reasons, but it gives you can see. Does she have any nursing needs? This is like a transcript of the real time live chat. 46 inquiries over 10 months. Real person, live chat, no AI, no bot. And it's very, very, very important if you are doing a digital program such as this. Any questions, please, as we go in Q&A. Let me see if anything is dropping in. Nothing's dropping in yet, but please, as we go. It's very, very important that you track. So many times when I speak to care home providers, they say, oh, you can't track via Google Ads. Well, yes, you can. So get tracking, and then you'll know exactly the Google Ads inquiries that have generated via your phone calls, your live chats, your brochure downloads, your contact us forms, your book of visits forms, your email, and well, if you want to know in quick summary how to do it, well, it's code and human intelligence. That's how you track. And there you go. There's a photo of some code for you. So very, very important you track. By the way, it's very, very important for this particular group. We're now going to be doing some leaflet drops, and everything is going to be tracked. We've got QR codes, we've got phone numbers that are all tracked. It's going to go to 15,000 people in the catchment area, and we need to track everything. So tracking is very important because then you know your return on ad spend. Very, very important. So we're doing pretty well. We are, I mean, there you go. I said it'll be 20 minutes. The underlying logic is if you want to increase occupancy, you will generally need more inquiries. And the more quantity of inquiries you get, the more quality inquiries you get. Not always, but a lot of the time. Many care home providers will say, and this applies to any business, any organization that's ever existed, everyone wants better quality inquiries. Of course, we all do the whole time. But I would argue that to get more quality, you need ultimately to getting more quantity of inquiries. Those are the numbers, that's the logic. What I notice and what I see is that a strategy is better than relying on hope. It's a bit of a cliche, but it's the truth. We find that having a strategy is the way to get more inquiries rather than just hoping that they will appear. I would say that this program that I'm talking about here today is a way to get guaranteed more inquiries, particularly on the digital side, because you can track. That's the actual key here, which is why can guarantee those more inquiries. If you have tracking and you have a good strategy, that way you can guarantee or not. It's very, very important that you have full buy-in from owners, directors, and often usually the managers as well, because there is, in inquiry generation and occupancy, there is buy-in from managers about promoting the home, about good conversion, following up inquiries. Everyone's full on in. There's full buy-in. We do find that once you have that, it just gives you that engine to really make those changes, give you a higher chance of actual increased occupancy. You have all of those in place, you will have a 90% success rate of getting increased occupancy over a 6-month period. These are our takeaways. 90% success rate. So no guarantee, but that 90% success rate is because we do this with care home providers the whole time, is what the data shows us. So those are the key takeaways I would like you to get from this. And also, as a final point, I would say that, let's say you are launching, for example, a digital marketing program and you want your occupancy level to be increasing. It does massively help if your inquiry levels outside your digital marketing strategy does remain at that level. So your word of mouth inquiries, your inquiries about other directories, for example, they remain the same. So that makes a huge difference, because what sometimes has occurred is that inquiry levels will increase for a digital, and I've seen this for a digital marketing campaign strategy or program, will then decrease via word of mouth inquiries. I've seen it. I've seen inquiry levels outside digital marketing drop 25% for a 4-care home group. That will come into the equation here when you're looking at the numbers around inquiries and ultimately occupancy. So I hope that helps. Thank you so much. And just finally, I would like to say all of this was done for this particular group, and they have no marketing person. All this is being implemented without a marketing person. And they still don't have a marketing person. And they have no plans to have one at the moment. It may change, so expanding group. But this gives you an idea of what it means is your marketing person, if you have one, can be attending to a whole bundle of other things without the time and energy being, for example, having to go. Now, if you're going to be doing it in-house, of course, which we do this, but there's no reason why your own marketing person, as long as they have the skills, cannot be doing this themselves. But the example I'm giving is that they didn't have a marketing person and continue not to. So I hope that helps. So thank you for your time. We're pretty much done. We might got 5 more minutes. I'm just going to see if there's any questions. What I would say is, if you're wondering how this could work for you, just please apply for a free inquiry Zoom call. I promise you, you make an application. We don't take everyone. We just want to check who you are and what you do, etc. But if you're interested in that, just email inquiries to that email address or even text it to that mobile phone number. I promise you, we are here to help you. There's no pitching in that call. We just want to make sure that we help you.